All right, welcome everybody to Fight Legends Dev Update number 16. I'm Sean S. Porter, as always, here with lead dev of the project, Dizzley. How are you doing today, man?
Yeah, excellent. A bit tired, but that's what work's life's like.
Absolutely, especially right now, right?
hmm
Everyone's in the fire, and then, regular life never stops either. So, here
Nope.
we are, living the dream.
Chugging along.
Yeah, exactly, man. We got all kinds of cool things going on this week to check out. If you were watching and paying attention on our intro screen, you were also seeing a cool little trailer for Metacon. We got
Mhm.
CEO and our GM, Will and Anton, there right now in Abu Dhabi, if I'm correct in the location there. And, we have a demo set up there, all sorts of cool things. We're going to have some prominent esports guys checking out the current prototype demo, and lots of cool stuff going on there. So tell us a little bit about that process and and what we're looking forward to over there. I mean, that's a pretty big deal, pretty big festival over there, right?
Yeah, they're basically trying to make it like they're trying to make it sort of like the first esports sort of gaming sort of
Okay.
of the play to earn like NFT sort of integrated
Ah,
games. So yeah, we're going to be on the stage at Metacon. Obviously, it's going to just be a small slot. There are people up there like Axie Infinity. They're going to be there. Thetan Arena, things like that. It's
right.
going to be pretty big. And also, I believe that Will be on a few panels. They managed to get him on a few panels, so he'll be you'll be able to see him and his opinions.
Nice. Or is this going to be
And
streamed or just like
I
pre-recorded?
believe so. I believe it's going to be streamed. So
That'll be fun.
it'll probably be thrown up on their Twitter, I imagine, or they'll have links to it.
Yeah.
And Anton's also doing some, I think, panel, some sort of speaking as well. But I think that'll probably just be internally in the place. Yeah, so it's pretty exciting. And obviously, yeah, I'm trying to just really last minute sort of get what I can of the build. To then send to them, so I can actually put it up in a booth, and we're actually going to have as well two Street Fighter champions play and give sort of feedback on our game. Obviously, this early in development, it's still cool to get their feedback, but this early development is going to be pretty pretty small in terms of feedback. But it'll be kind of cool to get their hands on it, their eyes on it. Yeah.
Yeah, and well, what we hope is that these people are, obviously open-minded about this and realize that this is kind of new, right? They weren't able to play Street Fighter until far beyond where we are. So I think
Exactly. Yeah.
any like hardcore gamer is gonna appreciate how
hmm
early on in the process they're getting to enjoy this game
Yeah.
and see the building. And that's one of the coolest things about it is talking to you every week, seeing like a
Seeing the
game built,
development.
yeah, in front of your eyes,
Yeah.
So that's super
hmm
cool. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so let's check out. Oh, well, of course, now we've got dropping tomorrow, depending on where you are in the world. We've got a HoDooi NFT drop coming with a couple 2020 sets and a couple unique one of ones as well. So we're going to take a look at that and tell us a little bit more about how this came to be.
Yeah, so we've had these, in real life fighters be supporting our project from the very beginning. So what we basically are doing is just having sort of like a special thanks for all these fighters. All the revenue will be going to the fighters. So it's kind of a way to really give back to them for their helping them out, for them helping us out. And yeah, so basically we just got some artwork made. We wanted to make it sort of cool, but we don't have a definitive art direction, as everybody knows yet. So we wanted to make it sort of something that was like unique in itself, sort of and fun and nice to look at. So we do have some really cool like graphics for them. I don't know if we've got any available to show right now, but we kind of have them in like sort of holographic cards. Pretty sweet. Um, so we've got original, like there will be four, I believe, in total,
Right.
over the set. But yeah, like Shannon Briggs, Ross Levine, and things like that, Bob Sapp. So those guys have been absolute champs in this process. So we're really glad to be able to sort of special thanks them for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And was there anything behind, like, how did we end up on the chibi art style for this? Was there a specific artist that just kind of stood out to us, or was this someone that we were partnering with HoDooi on, or what's the
No,
story
this
there?
was just an artist that we know through a network. And we thought that it would be, like I said, be kind of cool to like have a unique style for them rather than something that would like sort of be representative of this
I love it.
undefined style that we don't know.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think they look pretty cool myself. I like caricatures. So
Yeah, and of course I love the one of ones you could, as we're looking at right now. Have the laser eyes, which are so cool. We got Ross with the kind of like Chun-Li speed kick, right?
yeah,
Everyone,
yeah,
I
yeah.
instantly noticed that. And then
Mm.
you've got Shannon. I'm sure someone does. I can't think of a specific character, but he's doing like the earthquake
Ground
move,
slam.
right? Yeah, the ground
Yep.
slam, right? So that's cool. And then if we check out Bob, he's just doing his like power pose. This is sort of like what you would do after he won, right?
Yep.
After he
Yep.
power bombed
Very Bob
somebody.
stat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these are awesome. Yeah, very cool. And then we've got for the 20 of 20s, we've got like a Ross Levine kind of on. They're more a little square with the camera, at least in these samples, right?
Yep.
Official art will be probably this weekend, or we HoDooi actually has a 6 a.m. my time, Pacific Standard Time, 6 a.m. Twitter Spaces. We're going to be
Yep.
talking a lot more about this and specifics. That you'll learn more about price specifics and things like that. And of course, this will all be up on our HoDooi.com site, right? Fight Legends has an account there now. And make sure if you check out on Twitter, you'll see links to that so everyone can make sure they're following over there and are ready for the drop. So, very exciting.
Definitely. Definitely.
All right. Next, we've got. Okay, so we've got we're a teaser player Avatar NFT kind of talks going on. Tell us more about that. What's going on there?
Yeah. So, like we know, there's not too much that we can tell about it, but it's an exciting little teaser. We're basically going to be dropping a player avatar NFT collection. So we've basically started stepping out in the process of sort of our NFT collections as sort of like a journey.
Right.
So part of the journey, obviously, is sort of like the players. First we've got our secret society, our like body faces. Then we've got sort of our general population of players, which will have their own unique avatars if they want to. And this is part of that sort of step in the process. And we're basically in talks with a pretty prominent animation studio who are keen to work with us. Obviously, we're still finalizing it, so I don't really want to like spill beans on who it is yet. But
we don't want to get you in trouble.
No, they're pretty damn like they have created quite a lot of cool series that are my favorites in the sort of genre that they're in. And I believe people will start to when we start to drop it, it'll go nuts because if this is going to be their first sort of entry into an NFT space, it could be pretty big. Yeah.
So it sounds like it'll be pretty stylized, just like this HoDooi drop. So we're really excited. Like we're not trying to go for the animation. We're still trying to figure out the art style and things of the game. So this will just be at the mercy of the artist, which is exciting.
Kind of, but also at the same time, because I know we're going to be leading on to talking about art directors, but if we can get our art director in the time frame that we'd like while working with this studio, we might be able to actually sort of liaise them together and actually start exploring and defining, using that to start, sort of defining our direction as well. So that could be like the beginning of, the proper sort of facelift that we want to give the game.
Right.
And that'll be quite exciting as well. So this could be the very beginning of that. I feel confident that it probably will be.
Yeah, so tell us a little more about what's going on with the art director. We're getting closer and closer to kind of finalizing our selection, right?
Yep. Yeah, we've basically been going through like interviews after interview. We've had like a sort of our long list go to a short list. We've had a couple of people that we didn't even expect sort of be able, come into the equation. And we're basically just trying to find the perfect fit for us. It's not something that you want to just kind of grab whoever. You need to find somebody who really kind of like vibes with your sort of vision, creative vision, is able to sort of materialize it from the space in our heads. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're at with it. We're looking close because we're getting down to the few people that I believe will be one of these people will be the person we end up going with.
Right. Awesome. Well, that's exciting. Definitely look forward to hearing more and learning more about that. What's going on with animation? Let's see. I know I had an animation one. Tell us a little bit more about where we're at with that. Implementing animations, canceling for multiple moves for Ross. Explain a little more what's going on there.
Yeah. So basically implementing animation canceling for basically to set up a lot of these like in entry combos. You've got like these 1, 2, 3 combos that like sort of entry. So if you start to learn the character, you get, and so we wanted to kind of tighten up the gameplay and make it feel like, you've got lots of these like options for going into like standing medium down to crouching medium, or, a crouching heavy attack that then could go into like a launcher or something. So we're trying to sort of like make more of those combinations possible, and then do some testing just to sort of get that follow-on gameplay. Because right now we've got all the parts we want in, but it's still, because of, it's just basic, it's still got this sort of feeling of like stop-start attacks, and you want to have those follow-ons. So we're starting to try and prototype those follow-ons now, and so that we can start to really sort of get Ross's gameplay down. Then we can sort of keep testing, because obviously we're still in prototype. We're trying to sort of iterate and see what feels good, try to define our own style with animation and our own sort of gameplay feel. So I'm in talks like weekly with some pretty cool people who we're bringing on the project in terms of overall game design, and then we're starting to really dive into researching sort of the combat prototypes. And it's really cool to have these talks with these veterans, because they're like 25-year industry veterans that I'm talking with. So it's really sort of it's a learning experience for me in terms of all the wisdom and experience they're bringing into the project. But yeah, it's fun to sort of begin to get their feedback and start to actually sort of pin down solutions to potential problems that are typically visible in like the fighting game genre. Like any genre has little like sort of challenges that can be sort of overcome by figuring out solutions, and we're basically just going through that like each week. It's a really cool process.
That's cool. Yeah, and especially when you're bringing on all these people, like you said, with such experience in the industry. So it's
like being in a room of giants, man. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and you just be the sponge.
yeah, exactly. The little mouse walking into the giant's hole.
It's cool. Just trying not to get stepped on. Yeah, we got Jason. Shout out to Jason and everyone else who's watching live. Jason's wondering when they're able to play the game. Jason, if you head over to bloodyfaces.io, anyone that holds our Bloody Faces Mint Pass gets access to the playable demo, as well as exclusive access to a weekly team meeting and a future exclusive stage, and all sorts of other perks, right? Whitelists for future NFT drops. So definitely worth checking out bloodyfaces.io, Jason, if you're interested in getting in. You can always jump into Discord, ask your questions. So thanks everyone for joining and hanging out and watching. Yeah, go ahead.
That goes in quite well, segues quite well to the fact that our launcher is ready to go.
Yes.
The only reason I haven't dropped it is because we've been so damn busy with this Metacon build this week. I was actually planning to drop it this week, but it is ready to go for our early members to start testing. So this is like when we're going to be, recreating the accounts.
Yes.
And so if you do pick up a Bloody Face NFT, just know that in the next couple of days, when I get this launcher out and we get the website app uploaded, you'll have to sort of reconnect your wallet through that process, re-download a new launcher and re-download a new client. So sorry for the mess around, but this is our new backend that we're beginning to now develop, which we'll be moving forward with for everything in the future. So there won't be a big change like this happening again. This will be the only time it ever happens.
Right, nice, cool. And will there be anything extra? Well, that will just be what we had before as far as the Jim and Ross for now? Or
Jim Ross. Obviously, it's got Nyx, but she's not ready for fighting yet, because I'm still trying to implement the last parts of her animations and things. So it'll still be Ross, but it'll be Ross with animation canceling, with frame advantage, with potentially these combos I was talking about. Basically, the Metacon build I'll be putting in as the prototype build for the Bloody Faces to play.
That was my next question. Yeah, so what version are they getting? They're going to get that same version.
They're going to pretty much get the Metacon build. Yeah.
Nice. And then we got Jason asking if it works on mobile. That's the plan, but as so far PC only, correct?
Yeah. At the moment, because we're so early in development, doing multiple builds across multiple platforms is like, as you can imagine, like a testing nightmare. So we basically just support Windows at the moment, Windows PC, and then moving forward, we're looking at expanding that to Linux, Mac, and having, again, like we mentioned, mobile support even on consoles.
Yeah, we got to be able to beat down the Apple people. So that's all I got to say. Thinking they're so much better than us. All right, well I think that's all we got, man. Lots of cool things going. We're gonna have everyone make sure you're checking out again, we're posting all sorts of teasers with the HoDooi art. The 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Check our Twitter feed for what time it's going to be. The HoDooi Spaces. We're going to learn more about the drop then, and of course, check out the posts up on Twitter right now that lead you to our new account over on HoDooi, where those NFTs will be purchasable. Thank you everyone who's showing up in chat. Jason says, I'm only on mobile. Saw a clip in NFTs, and here I am. All right. Well, mobile will get there. PC, and of course, we're building in a way where we're looking for it to be playable on any level of system, right? So no matter what kind of PC you have, we want to be able to have you play it, right?
And on top of that, just to touch on that, also our ecosystem and NFTs and everything like that, you can still do all the trading and collecting and everything on all the platforms. So it'll still work on mobile. You just obviously won't be able to play the game specifically. You'll be able to do the management side of it.
Oh, wait. Okay, explain that a little more. So how would that work? I mean, you're still going to be able to go to the marketplace, the app, and
marketplace and the app.
Okay.
Yep. And so that marketplace will be identical to the marketplace in the game. It's the same one. So you'll still be able to interact and use and trade all the things if you wanted to have that kind of level of interaction with it. And then once available, then you can use all those things that you've collected in the game. So that's it's a step into this process if you don't have a PC that you can play with, for example. But that it's just another way. It'll be available across platforms because honestly, consoles won't really have a really clean way, most likely, to be able to have NFT be able to manage your NFTs outside of the game.
True.
You'll have to do it with mobile. You have to do it on a PC or on a website. So we're trying to make it as compatible as and smooth transition between the two as possible.
Now, this is going off on a side tangent, but is there space, do you think, in the industry, in the gaming industry, for a new console to come through that's NFT friendly, right? To beat out and undercut the Sony and the Xboxes of the world.
Yeah, well, I believe that a console the first console who brings that in is going to be huge because if they actually integrate that with their sort of, because how consoles have like a software that you launch the games from, like a panel software that you interact with the games and all of the user interface. As soon as you have one of those that can integrate with NFT marketplaces or have its own NFT marketplace trading or integration with games, that's going to be massive. So like you say, there is space for a new console to come out there and start doing it first. But obviously the way that the consoles typically have huge fan bases that are really I'm this or I'm that.
That's true.
So they'll need to start working that out. But until then, like I said, the solution is to have it on a website or have it accessible through a web app or phone app.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Dizzley, as always, man. Jason, thanks for hanging out. Stack MC, I see ya out here, Bloody Face fam. Thank you, man. Hey, I love it. Love to have you pop in. For Jason's wondering if there's freebies. You know what? If you're in our Discord, man, and you go to our events, you're going to see we have game nights every week. We have AMAs with the CEO, and we're actually always giving away Bloody Faces NFTs and other NFTs. Just last week, we got some people that won Bloody Faces NFTs. Now they're trying out the demo, all that sort of stuff. We got other people that won NFTs out of the CEO's NFT wallet for winning game nights. So if
he does that.
Yeah. If you're good at trivia, you never know. You never know. So, Jason, you got to get into that Discord, man. Check us out. Show interest. You can go into the events, hit interested in all the ones you're wanting to catch, and they'll come live. Some of them are in Discord. Some of them are like this, and we're streaming them out live so you can enjoy them wherever you watch it. So, again, thank you, everyone, for joining in, checking out, all the stuff we have to show. Please like and subscribe, however that is, wherever you're watching. Follow us on Twitter. We'll see you next week, same time, next Thursday. Dizzley, we're out. See you next time, buddy.
Thanks, guys.
Later.